Hey guys, Big Joe here, and I just reached 500 subscribers. Now that might not seem like a lot, but given that I run this channel as a hobby, I'm still pretty impressed that this many people are interested in what I do. So to celebrate, you guys have asked questions and I am going to answer them. My wonderful patron Orion Tran and Cold Lava asks, how did you first stumble across Takagi-san? So the first time I ever watched Takagi-san, it was the dub on Funimation. I was browsing for background noise to put on while I was playing video games. Embarrassingly, I only clicked on Takagi-san because I thought it was a silent voice. I very quickly realised I was wrong, but kept watching anyway and wound up falling in love with the show. So much so that I put the video games down for a bit to watch the real version. Interestingly enough, I have since watched A Silent Voice. It's overrated. Han Yuyan and Wild Chocobo ask, do you think Takagi-san will get a third season? Honestly, I don't know. I think that the showrunners want there to be a third season more than they wanted there to be a second season. But given how unpredictable the anime industry can be, I don't really want to get my hopes up. And I certainly don't want to get your hopes up. My wonderful patron Orion Tran asks, do you think a third season for Takagi-san is necessary? So there are some members of the Takagi-san fanbase who say they want the show to go on forever. I fundamentally disagree with that viewpoint. I think that the show should only continue so long as they continue to develop Nishikata, since his development really is the heart of the story. But in saying that, I do still think Nishikata has some room to grow, so while a third season isn't necessary per se, it isn't unnecessary either. 2K, the only reason my Discord server is still alive, asks, what is your favourite number? My favourite number is 1. As a kid, I had a favourite number before I had a favourite colour. I was a weird kid, man. Wild Chocobo asks, are you a dog or a cat person? I'm a dog person. I have 3 dogs at the moment, Rosie, Maggie and Angus. But if a cat will let me touch it without taking my hand off, you bet your sweet bippy I'm gonna pat that cat. Jay asks, your channel is called Behind Big Joe. How big are you? I am 6 feet and 6 inches tall, which works out to be about 198 centimeters. If me and my friends get separated in a crowd, they know to look above everybody else's heads to find mine. Skitty Galaxy asks, have you ever played a Pokemon game? If so, what is your favourite Pokemon? The only Pokemon game I've ever played is Pokemon Go. I was a PlayStation kid growing up, so my video game nostalgia goes to properties like Ratchet and Clank, Sly Raccoon, and Cell Damage Overdrive. But if I had to pick a favourite Pokemon from the ones I know, I think Bulbasaur is pretty cute. Kim Jong-hong asks, what is your favourite Takagi and Nishikata moment or interaction? I obviously love the endings of Critical Hit, Seating Arrangement, Promises, and Summer Festival, but given that those are a little obvious, I'll tell you about some of the less monumental moments that really stick out to me. There's the moment in Hypnotism where Takagi convinces Nishikata to continue just by smiling at him. There's the moment in Ice when Nishikata offers Takagi his hand warmer. There's the moment in April Fool's Day where Nishikata admits he wants to be in the same class as Takagi, and she is so surprised to hear him say that. There's the moment in Water Tap where Takagi thanks Nishikata for helping her. And the moment in Treasure Hunting where Takagi runs on ahead and Nishikata thinks to himself that she can be pretty childish sometimes. Rymation asks, what is your favourite anime original moment in Takagi-san and what is your favourite Western cartoon? So my favourite anime original moment is in Camping Trip when Takagi and Nishikata just miss out on getting to dance with each other, as it has some pretty strong repercussions for Takagi and her view on their relationship. But really want to save this discussion for Camping Trip, so I'm going to throw in a few extras here. I love the accidental hand-holding in Room because it's one of the few things that truly flusters Takagi throughout the series. I love the ending of Happy Birthday because it just makes you feel good. And I love everything to do with the handkerchief in Seating Arrangement because it took a pretty standard Takagi-san story and made it into an iconic moment for the anime. As for my favourite Western cartoon, I can't say anything but Avatar The Last Airbender, but if you want something that couldn't be considered anime, I love Rick and Morty, I love The Loud House, and I would literally sell my soul for a full season of Has Been Hotel. October Sky asks, what made you decide to post these analysis videos? I've seen similar content for movies, but never anime. So I've always wanted to make analytical content for YouTube, and Takagi-san just gave me such a rush of excitement and motivation that I just kind of went for it. But that excitement and motivation was only good for the video essay and maybe 1 or 2 analysis videos. It's really the enthusiasm from you guys who watch it and comment and suggested more stories that really made this series into what it is. If you want to watch more YouTube channels that analyze anime, I would strongly recommend Mother's Basement, Digibro, and Explanation Point. If you want more analysis in general, I'd check out Shafrillas Productions, Filmento, Big Joel, H Bomber Guy, and Lily Orchard. Frederick Galaxon gives me 5 questions for the Q&A. Top 5 anime. 5. As the Moon So Beautiful. 4. Log Horizon. 3. Suridori Children. 2. Toradora. 1. Karakai Jozu no Takagi-san. How old are you? I turned 24 the day I filmed this video. Yay. Can you make videos on Toradora or Sword Art Online? I did attempt to do an analysis series on Toradora earlier this year, but it was taken down via copyright strike. I will be giving it another go though. As for Sword Art Online, I'm afraid I don't really like it. And I don't like it for a lot of reasons that have already been explained by people far smarter than I am. So I'll only make an SAO video if I can find something unique to say about it, which could happen. Who is your favourite YouTuber? I could literally list YouTubers for days. I watch so much YouTube. You'll have to excuse me, I'm going to read these out. I've got so many listed, there's no way I can memorise them. So the creators that get most of my attention are Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation, Jim Sterling, Lily Orchard, Clamps, The Slow Mo Guys, Valafor XD, Shafrillas Productions, Big Joel, Explanation Point, and H Bomber Guy. What is the best Takagi-san episode? I'd have to say Season 2, Episode 12, but since I don't want any of my answers to be disappointingly obvious, I'm going to say Episode 6 is the most consistently good episode from Season 1, and Episode 10 is the most consistently good episode from Season 2. Duncan Bones and Wild Chocobo ask, what are your top 5 Takagi-san manga chapters? 5. Dog Walk. 4. Jealousy. 3. Prayer. 2. Sunset. 1. Confession. Beihan Stuff asks, do you like any anime besides Takagi-san? Certainly, I've been watching anime since 2015 and I've seen plenty of shows that I really like. Besides my top 5, other anime I enjoy are Snow White with the Red Hair, Retsuko, Konosuba, Death Parade, His and Her Circumstances, Midori Days, Steins Gate, My Hero Academia, and Yuru Camp. Kulfdra Legend asks, what do you rate Takagi-san 2 out of 10? Also, how is the Toradora video coming along? Sorry, Kulfdra, I don't really do the 10 scale thing, but I can tell you that I think Season 2 is much, much better than Season 1. It's got better visuals, it's got more compelling stories, its callbacks are better, and the big hard-hitting moments are better than those from Season 1. However, I do acknowledge that the only reason Season 2 can be as good as it is because Season 1 made for such a great foundation. As for the Toradora video, as I said before, I am going to give it another shot. I think I know a way that I can analyse it without getting copyright strikes, and I think I have a better thesis for a Toradora analysis than the one I was using before. Chizero asks, do you intend to give the Takagi-san analysis treatment to any other anime? Honestly, I'm not sure. Doing this kind of in-depth analysis, while fun, can be pretty daunting. I mean, I have a list of all the Takagi-san videos that I need to make, and that list is going to last me until April of next year. But ultimately, it's up to you guys. The Takagi-san analysis series started off as a one-off that got so much support that I just kind of kept going with it. So once the Takagi-san 2 analysis series is done, I have a few ideas for some one-off videos I'd like to do, and once they're on the internet, I'll see how they go. I'll see if anyone wants to hear more about the property I'm talking about. So I'm going to level with you guys. I did not know what was going to happen when I uploaded that very first video essay all the way back in March of last year. Since then, I've made mistakes. I've had projects fall through. I've uploaded genuine trash. I've made an absolute ass of myself. But I've also made some videos that I'm really proud of. And none of this would have happened without your support. I know you've heard this 1,000 times from 1,000 different YouTubers, but honestly, if it were not for the overwhelming support I get from every one of you, I would not be uploading content. So thank you all very much for watching, discussing, supporting, and I will see you next time.